In the next 12 months, the highest earners in our economy won't be the programmers, the marketers, or the salespeople who are simply good at their jobs. The highest earners will be the AI power users. You've seen the headlines. AI will replace 300 million jobs. Is your career over? Let's be honest, the fear is real. That quiet anxiety you feel when you see a new AI model do something you thought was uniquely human, that feeling is valid. The feeling of being obsolete is unsettling. But what if this fear is blinding you to the single greatest career opportunity of the 21st century? The truth that few are discussing is this: AI is not a tidal wave coming to drown you. It is a great filter. Like any filter, it separates. On one side, it will filter out those who passively wait, who resist, who see AI as a threat to their old ways. On the other side, it will accelerate those who actively engage, who adapt, who see AI as a collaborator. The question is no longer if AI will impact your job. The question is, are you using it, or are you being replaced by someone who is? My name is Holo-Student, and for the past 2025, I've been navigating the frontier of technological disruption. And I can tell you, this is different. This isn't just a new tool, it's a new partner. We are going to arm you with the 9 specific, irreplaceable skills to ensure you are on the right side of that filter. These aren't just technical skills. They are strategic mindsets. They are the blueprint for moving from a passive user, someone who asks AI for recipes, to an AI conductor, someone who directs an entire orchestra of AI tools to build an empire. Stop fearing AI. It's time to become the person companies are desperate to hire. This is your guide to becoming irreplaceable. This is your future-proof manifesto. Let's begin.
The first skill, and arguably the foundation for all others, is what I call the AI whisperer. This is not about asking ChatGPT, write me a blog post about dogs. That's what 99% of people do. And that's why 99% of people get generic, robotic, and useless results. Advanced prompt engineering is the art and science of strategic dialogue. It's the difference between giving a new intern a vague instruction and giving a senior executive a high-level briefing. So what does this actually mean? First, it means mastering the persona. You never ever talk to a generic AI. You create its identity. Before you ask for anything, you give it a role. Act as a 20-year veteran Silicon Valley venture capitalist who is skeptical of hype. Act as a compassionate therapist specializing in cognitive behavioral therapy. Act as a master storyteller in the style of Ernest Hemingway, focusing on brevity and impact. By defining the role, you define the lens through which the AI processes your request. You are priming its entire knowledge base to respond from a specific expert point of view. Second, it's about providing rich context. The biggest mistake people make is assuming the AI knows what's in their head. The rule is garbage in, garbage out, but gold in, diamond out. Instead of saying, write me a marketing email, you provide context. Here is my product. Paste product description. Here is my target audience. Paste customer persona. Here is the email that failed last week. Paste email. Here are 3 emails from my competitor that I admire. Paste examples. Now, using the Problem, Agitate, Solve framework, write 5 new email subject lines that create urgency without sounding cheap. See the difference? You've given it data, constraints, examples, and a specific model to follow. You've eliminated 90% of the guesswork. Third, it's about iterative sculpting. A professional prompt engineer never takes the first answer. The real work begins after the first output. You challenge it. That's a good start, but you miss the emotional angle. Refine it. Analyze your own response. Which of those 5 subject lines is the weakest and why? Now, take the strongest one and generate 20 variations. Why is this irreplaceable? Because AI, for all its power, has no intent. It has no strategy. It cannot define a goal. You are the strategist. You are the one asking the right questions. The AI is a Lamborghini, but it has no driver and no destination. The AI whisperer is the driver who knows the map, the destination, and how to push the engine to its limits. This isn't a technical skill, it's a critical thinking skill. Your mini roadmap. Start by creating a persona library. Write 10 expert personas you can copy and paste. Practice the iterative sculpting method. Never accept the first output. Have a 10-message-long conversation to refine one single idea. Learn about advanced techniques like RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. This is how you get AI to read your own private documents like a 200-page book and answer questions based only on that information. This skill is your new foundation. It's the lever that makes every other skill 100 times more powerful. For decades, the power to build software was locked behind a complex wall of code. If you couldn't speak Python, Java, or C++, you were on the sidelines. AI just tore that wall down. The second irreplaceable skill is the no-code architect. This is someone who builds functional, powerful applications not by writing code, but by describing the logic of the system to an AI. Tools like Cursor, Replit, and Zero.dev are not just code editors, they are development partners. You can write a plain English prompt like, create a simple web interface with a text box and a button. When the user types in a company name and clicks the button, use the Clearbit API to find that company's logo and display it. The AI will generate the HTML, the CSS, and the JavaScript to make it happen instantly. The old way was being a bricklayer, painstakingly laying each line of code. The new way is being the architect, designing the blueprint, and letting AI assistants handle the manual labor of laying the bricks. Why is this irreplaceable? Because the value is no longer in writing the code. The value has moved up the stack. It's in the architecture. AI can write a function, but it can't design a system. It doesn't know what your business needs. It can't decide which APIs to connect. It can't map out a user's journey from the login page to the checkout cart. The no-code architect is a systems thinker. They are the translator between a human business problem and a technical AI solution. They ask, what data needs to flow where? What is the single source of truth? How should the user feel when they use this app? AI can build a component. The architect builds the engine. When bugs appear, and they will, the architect's job isn't to find the missing semicolon. Their job is to debug the logic. AI, you misunderstood my intent. The user should not be able to see the admin button. Go back and fix the logic. Your mini roadmap. Pick one AI-first tool. I recommend starting with Replit or signing up for the Zero.dev waitlist. Think of a simple, real-world problem, a personal expense tracker, a tool that summarizes your favorite blogs. Try to build it using only plain English prompts. Your goal is not to learn to code. Your goal is to learn how to articulate logical requirements clearly.
This skill is not about becoming a programmer. It's about becoming a builder. And in the new economy, those who can build are the new royalty.
Let's talk about creativity. For years, this was our human sanctuary. AI will never be creative, we said. We were wrong. Tools like Midjourney, DALL-E 3, and Stable Diffusion can generate breathtaking, photorealistic, or artistically stylized images from a simple text prompt. So, is the designer's career over? Absolutely not. It has simply evolved. The third irreplaceable skill is the creative director. The amateur asks Midjourney for a picture of a cat. The creative director orchestrates a complex visual workflow. Their process looks like this. Ideation. They use Midjourney to brainstorm 100 different visual concepts in 10 minutes, something that would have taken a human artist a week. They aren't looking for a final image, they're looking for a spark of an idea. Selection and curation. They review the 100 options and use their human taste to select the 3 that have the right feel. This act of curation, of knowing what is good versus bad, is not something AI can do. Refinement. They take the best parts of those 3 images. I like the lighting from image 1, the cat's expression from image 2, and the background from image 3. They then use a tool like Photoshop's generative fill to composite these elements into a perfect new image. Consistency. They then take that final image and say, now generate 10 more images in this exact style with this exact character for a full advertising campaign. Why is this irreplaceable? AI is an engine of options. It can generate a million possibilities, but it has no taste. It has no vision. It does not understand your brand. The creative director is the arbiter of taste. They provide the vision and enforce brand consistency. AI can create a beautiful image, but it can't tell you why that image will resonate with a 25-year-old urban professional versus a 45-year-old suburban parent. The AI is the world's most talented, fastest, and most obedient intern. The creative director is the boss who tells it what to do, critiques its work, and shapes it to meet a strategic business goal. The value is no longer in the technical skill of using the pen tool. It's in the strategic skill of directing the creative process. Your mini roadmap. Get a subscription to Midjourney. It is, in my opinion, the best image model right now. Don't just write simple prompts. Learn to prompt craft. Use parameters for aspect ratio, AR 16:9, style, raw, and chaos, 50 to control the output. Practice the AI-first workflow. Ideate in Midjourney, then refine in Photoshop AI. See how fast you can create a professional-grade ad. In this new world, you are not paid to click buttons. You are paid for your vision.
Authoritative, insightful, and motivating. The tone should be that of a trusted strategic advisor and keynote speaker. The pace should be deliberate, allowing complex ideas to land, but with an underlying urgency and passion. This isn't just a list, it's a manifesto. If you've ever edited a video, you know the pain. 80% of your time is grunt work. Finding the exact second you misspoke, cutting out all the ums and ahs, manually syncing audio, searching for 20 minutes for the perfect B-roll clip. This manual, tedious work is disappearing overnight. The fourth skill is the story weaver. This person uses AI tools like Firecut or Opus Clip to do the grunt work in seconds. Remove all silences and ums from this 1-hour podcast. Done. Find the 10 best 60-second viral clips from this footage and reformat them for TikTok. Done. Read this script and find relevant B-roll clips for every sentence. Done. Even better, tools like Adobe Project Shasta can listen to your audio, generate a transcript, and, get this, you edit the video by editing the text. If you want to cut a sentence, you just delete the sentence from the transcript and the video clip is automatically cut. If you misspoke a word, you just type the correct word and the AI will generate your own voice saying it. Why is this irreplaceable? Because AI is finally separating the technical craft of editing from the creative art of storytelling. For 20 years, to be a storyteller in video, you first had to be a master technician. You had to know codecs, timelines, and keyframes. Not anymore. AI handles the technical. This liberates the human to focus 100% on what actually matters: pacing, emotion, narrative arc, impact. AI can cut a video, but it doesn't know how to tell a story. It doesn't understand pacing, how to hold a silent beat for 1 extra second to create dramatic tension. It doesn't understand emotional resonance, why a specific clip of a person glancing away, while not perfect, is the most powerful shot. The story weaver is no longer a video editor. They are a conductor of emotion. Their value isn't in their speed with keyboard shortcuts. Their value is in their heart. It's in their ability to watch 2 hours of raw footage and find the story that no one else and no AI could see. Your mini roadmap. Look up tools like Firecut, Opus Clip, and watch the demos for Adobe Project Shasta. Take a long-form video you've already made, or find one on YouTube. Run it through one of these tools and see how fast you can create 10 high-quality short clips. Notice how your brain shifts from "where do I cut" to "what's the best part of this story?" The future of video doesn't belong to the fastest editor. It belongs to the best storyteller.
This one might be the most personal. Writing. It's how we think. It's how we express our deepest, most unique ideas. And AI can now write 5,000 words in 30 seconds. So what's left for us? Everything. The fifth irreplaceable skill is the chief storyteller. This is the writer who evolves from creator to editor-in-chief. The old way was staring at a blank page, agonizing over the first sentence. The new way is an AI drafting, human refining workflow. Here is the process. AI research. Act as a research assistant. Find the top 10 most common pain points for new parents. Provide sources and quotes. AI outlining. Based on that research, create a detailed 12-part outline for a blog post titled "The First 90 Days, a Survival Guide for New Dads." AI drafting. Now write a 200-word introduction for each of those 12 points. Write in a warm, empathetic, and slightly humorous tone. Human refining, the 80%. This is where the real work begins. The AI has built the scaffolding of the house in an hour. The human now spends the next 4 hours turning it into a home. The chief storyteller reads the AI draft and infuses it with what AI will never have: personal experience, a unique voice, a controversial opinion, soul. The AI writes, "It can be difficult when a baby cries." The human edits, "I'll never forget the 3 a.m. panic standing over the crib where I realized this tiny human didn't come with an instruction manual. That's a feeling of helplessness AI can't describe." Why is this irreplaceable? AI provides content. The human provides perspective. AI provides information. The human provides wisdom. AI can mimic a voice, but it cannot create one from lived experience. AI has no scars. It has no failures. It has never had its heart broken. It has never felt the surge of pride from overcoming a real-world challenge. The chief storyteller's job is to take the commodity of AI-generated text and elevate it into art by adding their own humanity. You are no longer paid to type. You are paid to think, to feel, and to edit. Your mini roadmap. Pick a topic you know nothing about. Use the research, outline, draft process to create a 1,000-word article. See how fast you can become a pseudo-expert. Pick a topic you know everything about. Do the same process, but this time spend 80% of your time editing. Replace generic AI phrases with your personal stories and your strongest opinions. Compare the two. The first is content. The second is story. That's your new job.
Have you ever heard of Arnold's Pump Club? It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's massive media brand. A top podcast, a daily newsletter, an app. It's a huge business. The crazy part, he has an agency that manages the entire thing for him using AI systems. They use AI to help generate newsletter content, use voice clones for the podcast, and systematize the entire publishing machine. This is the sixth skill, the omnipotence engine. This is the marketer who stops thinking in terms of single pieces of content and starts thinking in terms of systems. The core idea is the pillar and spoke model, amplified by AI. You start with one pillar, one big core idea. It could be this 5,000-word video. The old way was to spend 3 days making this video, publish it, and pray. The new way is to feed this single video script into an AI workflow. AI 1. Read this 5,000-word script. Extract the 9 skills and their key takeaways. AI 2. Turn each of those 9 takeaways into a 500-word SEO-optimized blog post. AI 3. Turn each of those 9 takeaways into a 60-second video script for a short. AI 4. Turn each of those 9 takeaways into 5 engaging Twitter or X hooks. AI 5. Combine all 9 takeaways into a 7-day email mini-course. In one afternoon, you have just created an entire month's worth of content. You are now everywhere. You are omnipotent. Why is this irreplaceable? AI is the engine of repurposing, but the human is the chief strategist. AI doesn't know what the pillar content should be. It doesn't know who the target audience is. It doesn't know which platform to prioritize. It can't build a campaign strategy that connects all these pieces into a coherent user journey. The AI content marketer doesn't just make content. They design the machine that makes the content. They are the architect of the entire content ecosystem. They define the core message and let the AI handle the distribution and formatting. This is how one-person creators can suddenly have the output of a 20-person media company. They are not just creators, they are system operators. Your mini roadmap. Identify your pillar content. Is it a podcast, a video, a deep dive blog post? Take your last piece of pillar content. Manually try to repurpose it into 5 other formats. Feel the pain. Now try to do the same thing using AI prompts. Use ChatGPT to extract ideas, reformat for different platforms, and write in different tones. This is your new omnipotence workflow.
This skill is related to skill number 2, the no-code architect, but it's different. The architect builds the app. The systems thinker connects all the apps. This is the person who builds digital employees using tools like Zapier, Make.com, or N8N. Most people use automation for simple tasks. If I get an email, save the attachment to Dropbox. That's child's play.
This systems thinker builds multi-step, complex workflows that run entire businesses. Imagine this. A potential customer fills out a form on your website. Zapier instantly sends that data to OpenAI's API. The AI analyzes the customer's request, determines their #1 pain point, and writes a personalized 300-word response in your brand's voice. Zapier sends this email via Gmail, creates a new customer profile in Salesforce, and sends a Slack message to the sales team with a summary of the lead and the email that was sent. This entire process happens in 3 seconds, 24/7, with no human intervention. That is a system. Why is this irreplaceable? Because anyone can use an app. Very few people can build a factory by connecting multiple apps. This skill is not about technology. It's about process logic. It's the ability to look at a complex, chaotic human workflow, like onboarding a new employee, and break it down into 50 precise, logical steps that a machine can understand. AI can perform a task. The systems thinker designs the assembly line. This is the ultimate form of leverage. You are literally building a digital workforce that you own and control. Naval Ravikant said, "We don't get paid for hours anymore. We get paid for outputs." This skill allows you to 10x or even 100x your output, because you are no longer the one doing the work. You are the one designing the work. Your mini roadmap. Sign up for a free account on make.com. I find it more visual than Zapier. Map out a simple, repetitive task you do every day. Writing it down is the most important step. Try to build a 3-step automation. Example, when I save an article to Pocket, send the URL to ChatGPT, ask it to summarize it, and post that summary to a private Slack channel. You are now officially a systems thinker. The only limit is your imagination.
Amazon, Netflix, Google. These companies run on one thing: data. Every decision is data-backed. For decades, big data was only accessible to corporations with teams of PhD data scientists. AI just gave that power to you. The 8th skill is the truth seeker. This is the person who can use AI to find the signal in the noise. The old way was spending days in Excel trying to build pivot tables and VLOOKUPs, only to find a basic trend. The new way is uploading a massive, messy spreadsheet or 10,000 customer reviews to ChatGPT's advanced data analysis and asking strategic, plain English questions. Here are 10,000 customer support tickets. What are the top 5 hidden complaints that our customers are really talking about? Here is our sales data for the last 3 years. Find any non-obvious correlations. Does weather affect sales of this product? Does the day of the week matter? Cross-reference our ad spend data with our sales data. Which ad platform is actually giving us the highest lifetime value customer, not just the cheapest click? Why is this irreplaceable? Because AI can find the pattern, but the human must interpret the pattern. The AI will tell you, sales are 30% higher on Tuesdays. A human truth seeker asks the irreplaceable question, why? What happens on Tuesdays? Is that when our email newsletter goes out? Is that when our competitor is out of stock? Is it just a random fluke? The truth seeker's job is to be the chief interrogator. They don't just accept the data, they wrestle with it. They form a hypothesis, ask the AI to test it, and then use that insight to make a $1 million business decision. As Edward Deming said, without data, you're just another person with an opinion.
The truth seeker is the person who brings the data-back truth, elevating their opinion into an irrefutable strategy. AI can show you what is happening. You understand why it's happening. Your mini roadmap. Find a public data set online, for example from Kaggle.com, something simple like San Francisco restaurant scores. Upload it to ChatGPT-4. Don't ask it to analyze the data. That's lazy. Ask it strategic questions. Which zip code has the best health score to price ratio? Is there a correlation between restaurant type and failing an inspection? Act as a new restaurant owner. Based only on this data, what 3 lessons should I learn before I open? This is how you train your insight muscle. We have arrived at the final skill, the one that ties all the others together. If a prompt engineer is talking to one AI, the AI conductor is leading an entire orchestra of them. This is the skill of building, training, and managing a team of autonomous AI agents that work for you 24/7. What is an AI agent? It's not just a chatbot. An agent is an AI you give a goal, a budget, and tools, and then you let it run. For example, goal: find me the 5 best-priced flights from New York to London for the first week of December. Tools: access to Google Search, access to a kayak.com plugin. Process: the agent will, on its own, decide to search Google, read 10 travel blogs, formulate a plan, then check Kayak, find a flight, realize it's too expensive, go back to Google to check a different date, and then present you with a final, researched answer. This is not science fiction. This is happening right now. The AI conductor is the person who builds these agents. They are the manager of a digital workforce. They build a sales agent that automatically scans LinkedIn, qualifies 100 leads, and sends personalized outreach emails while they sleep. They build a research agent that monitors 50 news sites and competitors and writes a 500-word summary brief that's on their desk by 8 a.m. They build a customer service agent that can actually solve 80% of problems, not just point to an FAQ. Why is this irreplaceable? This is the ultimate leverage. This is the skill of replacing yourself. I used to say, AI won't take your job, but someone using AI will. My new position is this: if you don't replace yourself with an AI agent that you own, you will be replaced by someone who does. The AI conductor is no longer doing the work. They are not even designing the work. They are managing the digital workers who do the work. This is the 100X employee. This is the person who has the output of an entire department. This is the top of the food chain. This is the person who is truly, undeniably irreplaceable. Your mini roadmap. This is the most advanced skill, but you can start simple. Go into ChatGPT and create a custom GPT. Upload 10 documents that define your exact writing style. Give it instructions on how to be a world-class writing assistant. You have just built your first simple AI agent, a specialist, trained only by you, for you. From there, you can explore platforms like Gumloop or Agent GPT to build agents that can browse the web.
So, there they are, the 9 irreplaceable skills. The AI whisperer, the no-code architect, the creative director, the story weaver, the chief storyteller, the omnipresence engine, the systems thinker, the truth seeker, and finally, the AI conductor. If you look closely, you'll see the common thread. Not one of these is a purely technical skill. Every single one is a strategic, creative,
or leadership skill, amplified by technology. AI is the what. You are the why. AI is the how. You are the intent. AI is the tool. You are the craftsman. The fear of being replaced is real, but the choice to become irreplaceable is yours. The great filter is here. The future doesn't belong to AI. It belongs to the people who master it. It's time to make your choice. Stop being a passive user. Start being the conductor. Your future-proof career begins right now.